Hey, welcome back to the deeper dive version of 26 Minutes with David Cohen here, and I'm with our guest, Barry Shainbaum. He's based in Toronto, Canada, and he joins us from his home studio. This is a show about leadership, people making a difference, making a change, making an impact, and Barry is that kind of person. We've been Barry, we've been talking about your creativity and passions, and we've also talked about your diagnosis with mental health and Parkinson's. And for many, this is really devastating news to hear from your doctor, and I'm not making light of this. Yet
totally devastating.
Yeah, and yet you manage to live with it and cope. And one of the things I feel and I sense from seeing you, from a distance on social media posts and whatnot, is that I feel that what's really helped you through this is your joy for playing music. And those who are not privy to Barry and I chatting offline, but during the recording of our podcast today, we've been playing music for each other, and we've been singing. And you discovered Mary Hopkins from 1972, or even 1969. I don't know. I feel she might have been earlier. And we've been singing "Those Were the Days, My Friends," and then she was just singing "Morning Was Broken," which Cat Stevens did. But what I'm trying to get at here is that I think what helped your healing, from what I could see, is this joy you have for playing music, and you sing songs with friends, you videotape it, you do it Facebook Live so everybody can watch and catch you. Has that been in fact the case? Has playing music helped you heal and helped you get through Parkinson's?
One moment.
Yeah.
Praise for the moment. Give me 10 seconds. Every note I'm listening to, I'm soaking in. Every note I soak in. Now, having Parkinson's, there are people who recovered from Parkinson's. I'm a member of a Facebook alternative group, and there are people there. One guy, John Pepper from South Africa, 85, recovered by running, released a chemical into his body. There's Howard Schiff, a Jewish boy from the West Coast, who recovered from traditional Chinese medicine, gratitude, prayer, suffering, more suffering, and he is off meds, completely off meds. These people inspire me, so I'm using them as mentors at a distance. So in my case, music is huge for me. Huge. I grew up with my mother playing piano as a kid. I love piano. I play guitar, harmonica. My body sways back and forth to the music. And earlier today, I got some boombox, and I'm hugging this boombox because the vibrations are supposed to be healing me from Parkinson's. Like that, I want my mind back.
So you bring your friends, your colleagues, your musician friends in for a little jam session to your studio, and you record it and you play it live on Facebook. What's been the response to that from
people tend to enjoy it. My cousin Toby from Montreal, he's in touch there, and other people, and it's fun. It's fun for me. It's fun for me, and I get to share. Like, I know my life is incredibly creative.
Yeah, and it's helped you heal. Do you feel like has music been the sort of the bomb, not the Shainbaum, the bomb that's helped you heal through this journey of Parkinson's that you've gone through the past several years?
This is the hardest road I've been on my whole life.
Wow. Okay.
but I'm making it through. I'm a survivor, and I intend to work through. I've had spiritual healers and doctors and Ayurvedic doctors and dietitians and physiotherapists and everybody and their uncle, and I'm trying to take the best for them all. Sometimes I mess up, but I'm determined. See, most people only have an MD neurologist, and they say eventually you get worse, and then you end up in a wheelchair and then you die.
Yeah.
Ayurvedic medicine, India, looks at the body is three-dimensional, not two-dimensional like Western medicine. So the spirituality is so important. And I just soar with this music. It's beautiful music.
It is. Hang on to. Are you okay to pause it so we can?
I can stop it right now. Yeah, of course.
And then, because I'm going to ask you to play a song in a few minutes. What would you, for those listening, and maybe they're struggling with mental health, or they know somebody who's struggling, what would you like the listener to know about mental health as far as someone who's got fears about it and concerns?
Number one, don't be ashamed. I live with shame all the time, but sometimes I get rid of it. You have a right to be sick. You have a right to be quiet. You have a right to your life. Whatever your life is, you have a right to it. Don't let, as Les Brown says, don't let anyone, put your face in the dirt. I try to treat myself with respect. I'm not always able to, and treat others with respect. Sometimes I mess up. I feel there's nothing wrong with asking for forgiveness and apologizing. I have friends who are great people. They won't apologize because they think it's a loss of stature. Apology shows your stature. We all make mistakes. We all make mistakes, and it's good to apologize. If you keep making the same mistake, you're just stupid. You're wasting your time here. But make new mistakes. Make new mistakes. Edison invented the telephone?
Yeah.
Telephone? He said the fact that he was deaf was great because he didn't have to listen to his friends, wasting his time. He could focus on something. Focus.
Edison invented the light bulb. Alexander Graham Bell.
Light bulb, yeah.
Yeah. What would you want people then to know about Parkinson's, which can be a bit alarming as far as the shaking or the uncontrollable motor skills go? What do we need to do to understand and be helpful to someone with Parkinson's?
Number one, lobby your representatives in Parliament to banish a paraflot, an insecticide that is banned in most countries around the world because it can cause Parkinson's. But Canada won't ban it. Canada will not ban it. The states is banning it or coming close to it. So it's the almighty dollar. It's like when Ford decades ago had cars that were dangerous. How many people could die before they were forced to change it? Well, they calculated 20, 50. I mean, that's what horrible people do. But that's business is business. There's no conscience in business. There should be conscience in business. I got a book yesterday called The Caring Capitalist. We have to care. We're all going to go down the drain if we don't start caring about each other. Right now, with the planet getting hot, we all have to work together. We're going to burn our way off this planet, and we deserve it. We were warned by Al Gore 25 years ago, and now we're starting to listen. We should start listening 20 years ago. Jane Goodall, who photographed a wonderful woman. She inspires me. We have to listen to Jane Goodall. We have to listen to Jane Goodall. She's still alive. She's powerful, spiritually powerful. Listen to her. We must respect the animal kingdom. And we must not disrespect the animal kingdom. We are. Factory farming is a horrible thing. We should not be factory farming at all.
Yeah, that was her message, was, respect the animal kingdom, and we don't. And it even says it in the Bible too. It's like, yeah, I mean, this is nothing new, right? This has been around for centuries. And it's like how people treat their pets. Like,
sure.
If you treat your pet like poorly, they're going to act out, and you're going to have a challenge on your hand for sure.
It's Michigan. If you take healthy animals who will get sick, so you give antibiotics because they're going to get sick. How about keeping them healthy so that they don't have to get sick? We're messing with God. we're messing with God. We should stop our horrible actions of disrespecting the animal kingdom. I say this with all sincerity. All sincerity. We're in trouble. These viruses will keep jumping from animals, people back because overcrowding, no proper waste disposal. And the rich countries like Canada should be helping, the Far East and down south where they're poor. Open sewers going down. That should that be happening in 2022? We have the money to take care of the whole world. So greedy people, like the billionaires have money to help the poor. They should be. They should be helping the poor.
Yeah, I agree.
Yeah.
How now? Michael J. Fox has been a big spokesperson for Parkinson's.
Huge. Wonderful role model. Wonderful role model.
Yeah, that's what I was going to ask. He's helped educate and help bring more compassion and awareness. Do you feel like what's your sense on Michael J. Fox in terms of his work and his message?
Three things, David. Three things. Number one, kudos to Michael J. Fox. He's a great Canadian, helping others less fortunate with Parkinson's. Number two, the association is great. I've talked to them. Michael J. Fox will eventually come on my radio show, and I'll talk with him once I'm Mexican. I sound bad. But when Howard Shifke approached Michael J. Fox organization with his recovery program, they wouldn't talk to him. So they're research based, but he achieved a recovery program. No one would talk to him. Period. No organization would talk to him at all because who the hell is he? He successfully beat Parkinson's, but he didn't use the medical system. So he said, "Go away." Same with John Pepper, by walking. Doctor, who's that psychiatrist? The doctor, the brain that heals itself. The brain that heals it. David. He's on my show. The brain. His brother is a doctor in Toronto, and he came on my radio show. Doctor, the brain that heals itself.
I'm not sure. I don't remember.
Okay. He traveled to South Africa to meet with John Pepper, and he agrees that John Pepper has recovered from Parkinson's by jogging. Why wouldn't the research institutes want to talk to him? They don't. They want to mess around with the weight suits, jackets. I don't mean to ridicule. I apologize. I don't mean to ridicule anybody. The research organization should include people who have recovered. However, even if it's a spiritual transformation, that's valid. Every recovery is valid. Don't poo-poo people who recover because they don't do it through the medical system. Recovery is recovery. Cheers to everyone who recovers.
Yeah.
Cheers to everyone who recovers.
The book is the brain that heals itself.
The brain that changes itself.
That changes itself by Norman Deutsch.
Yeah, Dr. Norman Deutsch. Came on my show, and I got him by synchronicity very briefly. Julia and I were going to Tanzania years ago. We had to go to a travel doctor, Dr. Deutsch's brother. I'm scared news. I fainted. So the doctor came in and says, "Hey, my brother is Dr. Norman Deutsch. Put him on your radio show." So if I wouldn't have fainted, I would have missed Dr. Deutsch on my show. So good things come from bad.
No kidding. One other theme before we leave, and I do want to get you to sing a song. The other theme I think for your life is this notion of leadership, and whether you intended to lead or not. It seems that God or the universe has given you these challenges, and you talked about it openly at the beginning, that they've been a dance partner. They've helped you be who you are today. You've lived your life on your terms, and you've dealt with some really deep, dark places. If you were to coach a listener who has kids or teens going through their deep, dark times, what life advice would you share with them?
I try to stop crying. I would share, go get locked up at Kimmich. Well, I'm sure they've improved since I was there. Oh God. I would say, have a passion, find something you're good at, and work toward. I didn't sleep. I did sleep last night. Okay. Find a passion, find a direction for yourself, find someone to love, your pet, travel. Be kind to yourself.
Yes.
Accept that we're all different. We all make mistakes. I'm not sure why I'm crying. You're doing you're great. David, you're a great interviewer.
Thanks, Barry.
I want to see you in CBC. You know, in Taxiaxac, Newfoundland. No, I'm kidding. You're doing a great job, and I'm challenging because my meds haven't kicked in. What else? Find people, surround yourself with people who love you and want you to succeed. See, if you succeed, friends who are not moving will feel jealous and unconsciously try to put you down. They don't mean they love you, but they don't know why the hell you're doing so well. They're not. So sometimes you have to keep your success to yourself.
Yep.
You have to learn it, and it's nothing against your friends who aren't moving. I've had to selectively separate myself from people, not because I'm better. I'm not better than anyone. I have a horrible inferiority complex the way my mother raised me. Horrible, but I learned to focus, to keep my mind, and that's why I've done well in broadcasting, other music, all different things. But it's not easy. It's not easy. It's never easy.
It's never easy.
Yeah.
Even if it looks easy, it's not easy. You know,
I wish life would be easier.
Yeah.
I wish it would be easier.
there too, but
Yeah.
it's like the iceberg. We only see the tip, but
Yeah.
underneath we don't see the struggle, the journey, the tears, the frustrations, the brokenheartedness that goes on, the financial worries. We don't see what's below,
9/10 is below water,
Yeah, no kidding. No kidding. I want to thank you for this. I'm so appreciative of you. I'm so honored to see you, still growing and still reaching and still living life on your terms. And I'm so happy that you agreed to be our guest today.
I appreciate the invitation. You've done a wonderful job.
Well, I wanted to do a good job for you today and our listeners. Are you okay to sing a quick song?
Well,
you got your musical.
where we used to rent a glass or two of schnapps.
Do you want to sing? Do you want to sing that?
Remember how we yes the way the hour. Sing with you, David. Think of all the great things we would do. Everyone together.
What's the next one? Those
were
the
the
days
days, my friend,
we thought they'd never end.
Boy,
Ever
day. We live the life
if we choose
we fight and never.
lose.
Those were the young days.
So yes, there
Pick
was.
up the chorus.
I'm getting tingly.
La, 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 la. La, 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 la. Tell me when to fade out, and I'll.
What a beautiful song, and I got tingles. So our angels are with us today, my friend.
Thank you. Bless you. You did well.
Bless you as well. And bless you listening today. I hope you enjoyed our chat with Barry Shainbaum. It's Barry Shainbaum, SHAINBAUM.ca. Check him out, check his work out. The show, 26 minutes. We're growing it. We've got the deeper dive that you just listened to. It's all meant to inspire us. And it's a show that honors people who are leading and making an impact and creating positive change on the planet and locally. I'm your host, David Cohen. I'm going to take a week off next week, but when we come back, we'll have some more inspiring content. We're going to look at masculinity and finding your voice, and yeah. And Barry, thank you, man. Good. Thank you so much, Barry. Thank you.
What a treat. What a treat.
Yeah, you too.
Great.
See you in 2 weeks, audience.